on. Hello? Testing. I think you should be able to hear me. I've got a hot mic. This music slaps. Thanks. Let me turn down that music on this channel. Great. Hi. For the majority of the stream, I will be a disembodied voice, but just for a brief time only, you can see my face right here, right now, introducing the return of our one-shot series, Game Roulette, where we highlight games designed by POCs with an all-POC cast, and just following the role of BIPOC Vamp Jam and all the games that we got to display. We still have more of them, so we're going to start off with Vamp Camp. And we've got this cast of 4 right here that are going to be amazing. And they're going to walk us through. Sebastian's in chat, the game designer of the hour. I'm going to drop the game page here in chat. If for some reason you haven't picked up the copy of Vamp Camp, you can and should for less than $5. And it is also graciously a part of a $20 bundle supporting Afghan support charity bundle. We've got a bunch of designers who donated games. So, like, buy the bundle. Buy the game by itself. Celebrate all the things. Vamp Camp is about being newly turned as vampires, specifically POC vampires, because Sebastian was kind enough to write a game about being POC and having, like, exploring what being a POC vampire looks like specifically. And as newbies, they're going to be in a support group trying to figure out what troubles and struggles and celebrations they have. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring the faces of the hour on over, and they're going to start the adventures.
Hello.
Hello.
Everything that we talked about completely just left my mind. So
yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay. So we talked about like starting at like in the camp itself and being around the campfire. Should we be there all together, or do we go one at a time, like arrival or some sort?
I kind of like us like being kind of like a community meeting. We're all like already just sitting there and we're preparing to do our little support group.
Okay.
Entry.
Gotcha.
We probably had seen each other maybe as we approached, and we're just, it's sitting down and it's that maybe awkward moment of like, well, nothing has started and we know that there are introductions that are going to happen. So, but should we introduce ourselves now or wait for the official introductions?
I think my character would be like, hey, you, start introductions. And then points at Fernando.
Hello. I'm Fernando. I have been a vampire for 6 months. I've come to Vamp Camp because it's really weird and I am struggling. If you need to refer to me in the third person, please use Fernando, Nando, or he, him, they, them. I'm an accountant.
I guess I'll go next. Hi, my name is Sari. I have been a vampire for 3-4 months. I've come here to Vamp Camp to ask people if we have souls, because if we do, I'm most likely just soul searching because I don't know what being a vampire means. If you need to refer to me in third person, please use Sari, just Sari, and my pronouns are they, them, so use those. I guess before I became a vampire, I was a streamer, and now I'm on hiatus because I don't know what to do with my stream times now that I can't really sleep.
You can still stream though, surely. I mean, you show up on camera, right?
I think so. I haven't really tested it out. I'm kind of revamping my stream.
I mean,
Someone go next.
let us know after the meeting, because I definitely want to watch. But anyway, hi, I'm Dia. I've been a vampire for just 2 weeks. And I came here to sort of meet new people. My girlfriend suggested that it would be useful to sort of get used to this whole new world with other people who are getting used to it. So I just want to, make vampire friends. And if you have to refer to me, you can call me Dia or any sort of nickname for that. And use she or they pronouns.
Hi everyone. I'm Ario. And I have been a vampire for I think 3 weeks, and either 4 or 5 days. I don't remember exactly which one. But I've come to Vamp Camp, here because, I was told to. I was gently encouraged to come here after a couple of accidents. Everything is fine, but I was gently encouraged to come here. And if you have to refer to me in the third person, please, you can use Ario or Ri or he, him, or they, them.
3. I'm the longest one here. Okay. Well, I'm not used to that. Welcome, guys. It's good to meet all of you. Lot of
Wait, Nando, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been a vampire again?
6 months.
How is that working for you? Because I'm almost of that length of being a vampire, and I still don't know what that entails.
So, it's kind of weird. I don't know if everyone is the same. I am not affected by the sun. And I can still kind of eat. It's not as good as blood anymore, but I can still kind of eat. So, my life has changed in the way that my body is now weird. I always kind of knew this was gonna happen too. If we want to get into it, my family is cursed for the firstborn son to have vampirism. And we kind of thought that it might not happen to me, but curses apparently care if you're transgender. So positivity. But yeah, figuring out a lot of stuff here.
You said you were an accountant, right? Are you still able to do that? I know that Sari is trying to figure out their whole.
I mean, accountant by day and accountant by night. Not sleeping has really increased my income.
So, are you saying that your productivity is directly proportional to not sleeping?
It's either that or the anxiety. It might be the anxiety, but
I'll take note of that, because maybe I can do subathons now, 24-hour streams, 24/7. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, and if you don't tell anyone you're a vampire, then it'll be super, super impressive, and you'll probably get like lots of views.
Oh dang!
Yeah.
Oh dang!
I have a couple of daytime clients that are streamers, and like maybe we can look at your revenue and stuff like that. I mean, I would love to work with someone who is a lot like me versus other folks.
Representation. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was asking you, Nando, because I don't know if you're the same as well, or everyone else here, like Dia and Aryo, because I thought that vampires burn in the sun, but I'm pretty much okay. Like there's light right now where I like there's campfire, and there are maybe like the sunlight from the moon is shining on us, so you know, still sun. I don't know. I don't have that sort of sensitivity. And it's weird because I had people over and they couldn't come into my house unless I tell them to take off their shoes.
Well, that's just politeness.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like mystically, like a force field, or like politeness though.
I don't know. They try to like, oh, can we come in? And I say something like, yeah, sure, come in. And then they're like, are you sure? And I say, yeah. Though it could just be my anxiety too. And they can sense it about me being particular about cleaning the house if they have shoes on. Maybe do we have psychic powers?
Is vampirism, or as vampires, are we just, it sounds like there's just a lot of anxiety about being a vampire. Does it make us more anxious?
I was anxious before.
Okay. Do we need a control group of people with, I don't know. This sounds like it's going to be it would be a lot to try and organize that.
Yeah, I don't know what the ethics of vampirism are. I don't know that you could get IRB approval for that. But, I mean, going back though, like, I don't have any anxiety about being a vampire, so I think it's just a personal thing. Or maybe it kicks in at like the 1 month mark, or like the 3 week mark, because I mean, I've only been this way for 2 weeks, so maybe, I mean, I still have time to develop the anxiety.
I don't suggest
Hopefully you
grinding
don't.
for the anxiety.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have the, like, not getting hurt in sun either, though. Is that something that all of us share? Aryo, do you burn?
It doesn't. I have a lot of, just pulls out from their jacket like a lot of like sunscreens. Like, I thought this would help. No, not real. I mean, I think a little bit, but or that could just be me thinking and hoping that it helps.
The power of suggestion, but no.
No.
I mean, if we have like mental something powers, maybe the mind over matter thing helps. Or maybe like Dia said, you need to, level up.
Maybe. Do you think we're gonna get all of these like abilities like as we become better, or I guess older and more developed vampires?
I mean,
I
I hope so, because right now I cannot eat human food. Like, I tried and it's bad. Like, but I didn't realize that I would miss it so much.
Yeah. Have you tried? So I had a friend and I had them eat a lot of food that I wanted to eat. And then I tried drinking their blood afterwards. I'm gonna go and let you know that didn't exactly work out as planned.
Did you bite off more than you can chew or suck? Either way.
I think I did. They're fine. I mean, they got a free meals out of it. So,
yeah. So I'm sorry. How did all of you become vampires?
Well, I got bit. I didn't like it. I mean, I have no problems with needles, but I don't think that was hygienic. Like, I don't think teeth are hygienic. So I thought for a moment that I was sick because that wasn't the cleanest way to become a vampire. And then suddenly, like, I was like my brain was just like zoot, 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 zoot. And then everything was like, I could see sounds during the process. And I thought that would only happen if I have coffee, Red Bull combination. So I was like, what's going on? And honestly, it's a bit embarrassing because it was like, I didn't know this person was a vampire. And so I was having like improv classes just to like see if it helps with performing on the camera. And then we were doing this scene together, and I don't know who tripped first. It was either me or that person. And one trip was all it took for them to fall on me. And then and that was about it.
I see.
Oh my god.
They were sorry about it, but
it was just totally an accident?
yeah. Now I have to rethink my life.
Did they
Or
talk to you about it
unlife.
after?
I mean, they offered to I mean, I heard about Vamp Camp from them, but they didn't specify what would happen. They just said, you're gonna need it.
That
Not my favorite way. Not my favorite way.
Yeah, it's a journey.
yeah.
It makes me grind my fangs at the thought.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is. And then did they leave? And then they just left? They said you should go to the Vamp Camp, and then they left?
I suppose they're what you call low maintenance vampire.
That's Sorry,
Like,
go ahead.
we just message each other from time to time. Hey, how are you? Yeah, I'm good. Okay.
Is
Great.
that the relationship that you want with them? Like, I think you have every right to ask for more time or attention or guidance if you need it. I mean, they didn't mean to do it, I guess, but still, that's a major life change for you. Not intentionally.
I mean, maybe the schedules just doesn't work anymore because they are doing some theater stuff. And from what I know, that's very time consuming. I don't know. Like, maybe the schedules just don't align, and maybe after this, after I've learned from all of you, I can bring something to the table the next time, and we'd have something more to talk about.
Fernando's just gonna take like a card out of his pocket and then like just hold it out to you. It's like,
Slides
this
it
is
over.
this is my contact information. I'm not I'm not a master at this, but my family's been going through this for a long time.
That would be very helpful. Thank you. Anyway, someone go next because I am.
I mean, I feel a little bad going after that, but I mean, I was bitten too, but it was my girlfriend, and like we had talked about it before. Like we've been dating for 3 whole months, like before she even turned me. So like we had, talked it through a lot, and we'd had, a lot of really good discussions, and we decided to move forward with it. Yeah, so she like brushed her fangs and everything, and we just like did it like in my apartment, and it was all just like totally nice and good. And yeah, she like set up me coming here so that I could have other people to talk to too, because I mean she's been a vampire for like so long, whereas obviously so her experience is going to be so much different than mine, and like her experience when she was turned like a really long time ago. Wait, actually, Nendo, does your family live forever? The vampires in it?
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little you ever have I don't know. So my abuela is like really intense. Right? Like she's really intense. And so my abuelo became more intense to try and deal with that, And now he's just still alive. And like I love that. It's a lot to learn from, but also it's a lot of like a lot of expectations.
Can you not turn people? It's just like entirely a curse?
I have never tried to turn anybody. It's not really like a thing that my family does. I don't think I would know how, like no one I've ever bitten has turned into a vampire. I don't know if there's like an intention that has to be behind it. I
have a question. Is vampire venom a thing?
I hope not.
I mean, like my fanfic where Venom is a vampire?
Oh. Oh. Is Venom as a vampire called Vampnum?
Oh my gosh, have you read it?
I think so. What was your username?
Oh my god. Sort of looks around at the rest of the group. It's not super safe for work, some of it, so I'll we can talk about it later.
Okay. I just need to check later. So I'm like, I really love it so much.
Oh
like
my
the
gosh.
drama.
Yes. And I mean, if you're talking about something else, like not my work, I would love to exchange bookmarks with you, because I can always use more vampdom in my life.
Oh yeah. Honestly, the fanfics have been very helpful with me processing, which is saying something, I guess. Because there's nuggets of personal experiences from people. So that was nice.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote most of my stuff before I was turned, but I mean, obviously looking into other vampire stories and stuff, it's super interesting, and I always want to be like, oh my gosh, are you actually a vampire writer? How much of this is coming from you, and how much of this is just normal human emotion? And then that also makes me feel just so connected anyway, because if I can't tell, then I mean, what does that mean about us, right? We're not so different from people who are still human.
That is true. Oh my god. What if we start, all of us, what if we start a podcast about vampirism and life being a vampire? And we call it Chompcast.
I have
Are
a
we
couple questions.
Are we supposed to be advertising the fact that we're vampires?
Honestly, I don't know.
Because, I mean, the person, well, I want to say the person who turned me, well, they weren't quite a, yeah, they were still a, what do you call, I guess they were still a person. I mean, it was a book. They were in a book.
Entity, maybe?
Well, they were they were a person before, and then they got turned into a vampire book. And then I was organizing the shelves, and I got a bit of a paper cut, and I guess that qualifies as a bite. Because eventually I started getting sick, and I was wondering if it was because somebody hadn't cleaned out, storage, and then I came back the next day feeling a little woozy, but I was still okay. And then the book started talking to me. Or I thought it was somebody in the room, and I was searching for a very long time until, no, it was the book. And they apparently were asleep for a very long time. And I wasn't, and they was like, and they were the one who told me to come to Vamp Camp. They said, they gave me a disclaimer that they didn't know how long, what has changed since they were last at Vamp Camp. But they gave me that disclaimer, so I was a little like, well, maybe I'll take a look to see what's changed, and then I'll ask you, hey, was it like this before I came? I still don't know how they became a book. But regardless, it sounded like they didn't want to like advertise that they were a vampire, but I don't know if that was because they were a book, or if it was the vampirism, or if it was a mix of the both.
So I'm gonna narrow it down to one question. Is it a thing that we transform into something at will?
My grandfather can turn into a bat.
Okay,
I haven't tried it yet because I'm afraid of anamorphing and then being too long as a bat and forgetting I'm human.
Very understandable.
I don't know if this is like y'all could follow my line of thought here. Bat flapping, book flapping, like the pages flap.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the book move?
Did it fly?
You know, I never saw the book move, but it was definitely in different places every time I went to check. And I don't know if it was actually being moved by somebody else, or if they were moving, or if they were only moving when I wasn't seeing just to mess with me a little bit. I wasn't entirely sure. But it makes it really difficult to try and talk to them about vampire issues, like these last couple of weeks. Because going down there, technically I have to go down there for work purposes. So it's like this weird, like, well, I have to send them, when I'm not on shift, but I have a question. It's like, well, that's really awkward because I want to essentially break into work or sign up for another shift just to ask a question. It's been really weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of ways of like suggestions on how you'd get closer to the book in a personal sense, but I've never encountered an animated book except in, I don't know, tabletop games.
I mean, you could talk about the changes you're going through. I'm sure it's not like, I mean, everybody might be feeling different, but my teeth were the first things to come in, and that's how I knew that curse got me instead of my younger brother. Just very fun treat for my family. But like, I mean, it's kind of weird, and I bit myself so much. Like, have you guys been struggling with that? I have torn up my lips so much in like the first 2 months.
I mean, I don't have. I mean, my teeth are just. I have fangs as a baby. I mean, like I grew up like having fangs, so that's really not a vampire thing, I guess, for me. I do have dry lips though, so my teeth get torn up anyway. I guess it's just weird because my hands have been kind of winky wonky, and you see Sari hold up their hands and there's like weird so you know those what do you call this? You know those vines, like baby vines, and they curl up? It's kind of like that. Like the pattern is like that, and it has thorns. Like everything has thorns. And they're multicolored. So it's like, it's not necessarily iridescent, but it's just Sari just says, I'm gay enough. I don't. That's about it, I think.
You could use that for such cool costuming, though. That's awesome. I mean, like, obviously, like, you don't have to, you know, show off or highlight your hands or anything if you're not comfortable with it, and you shouldn't have to do that, but I don't know. I think they look very cool.
Maybe you do have a point. What if they're, like, mood things? Maybe I just need to, like, level up a few more months.
Maybe. How have you been dealing? Because they look sharp. Have you had problems with sleeves?
Oh, now that you mention it. So like I'm wearing the same thing as Sari is. It's a hoodie and stuff. So Sari pulls up their arms and shows off their rolled sleeves, and they unroll it, and everything is just tattered. So that's a problem.
Yeah, a lot of people look good in like long sleeves, so that's kind of annoying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I thought I was growing multicolored kisses, like those candies.
Oh. Did you try to eat one?
Gotta be honest with you, I really thought I was growing kisses. But I guess I'll just call them vampire kiss, you know?
I mean, it's trendy.
Yeah.
I'll just say that I had studs, you know, multicolored studs. I do like getting piercings, but I did not expect to get them on my hands.
Oh, but could you put piercings, like, through them? Then you have, like, so much even more, like, real estate.
Oh my god, you're so smart. Oh dang. Okay, someone go next. Like, what body part is like, I don't know, like what changed for you? Because I am like, they take out a notebook and start sketching which thorns gets what piercing.
I mean, for me, like, I don't even really have fangs very much yet. I think they still have to grow in, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, they take off their sunglasses, which are sort of reflective and pink. and their eyes are just like pure white and slightly glowing. And they say, yeah, so my eyes look really weird, and not weird, just like very different from how they used to look. It really sort of messes up all of my like filters when I'm taking photos and like the color balance of my stuff. But even though I can go out in the sun and that part's fine, like it's really hard to like look in the sun. So I'm still sort of out at night most of the time. The fire's fine though, and so is the moon, and so are like just like lamps. I don't know. I don't understand. Maybe it's, I don't even know.
Direct light can be harsher on eyes.
Yeah, maybe it's just that.
I mean, talk about getting a real visual.
Well, if Nando is anything to go by, how many months ago or how many days did it take for your teeth to grow out?
I mean, I started counting from when I got my teeth. The curse usually hits around your 25th birthday. And so I don't know if any other changes started before then, because again, I can still kind of eat. So like I kind of didn't notice anything was up until teeth.
Yeah. So I was asking because Dia, maybe you're a late bloomer. Maybe having like acute senses kid is like a part of it. I don't know. But if your teeth do grow in and they're uncomfortable, I guess that must suck.
All the setup.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I'd really have to brace myself for that, I guess. But I mean, what about you, Aria? Like, are you like, have you gotten more bookish or something?
I don't know about more book-ish. It like they look around, it's like it's just that everything, like all of my senses feel, sometimes it feels a little weird. Sometimes I can see things that are with a lot more clarity. Like even sometimes I have to wear, even with my glasses, and it's like sometimes it gets really painful to see, but sometimes they help, sometimes they don't. I'm still not in complete control of it, and it's still shifting, and I'm getting used to it. But sometimes I can see like right there as they look out into the actually they'll point out at the fire, staring right at the fire, like, okay, maybe that wasn't the best idea because it's very bright right now. It's very bright, but I can see like all those little individual little bits of wood that's burning away. I can see them, and they're I mean, overall it's a very helpful to see things in all that detail. It's been very illuminating to see, oh hey, look, that's there and that's there. And it's been very helpful to find whenever I misplace my wallet or keys or anything.
Question. Can you sense ghosts? Are ghosts even real?
I'm not quite sure. I thought they were other vampires, but they might be ghosts. Because I saw some other people who sort of like floated by once when I was feeding, but they just sort of floated through a wall. But I wasn't sure, like, oh, is that a cool vampire thing I'll be able to do later? Or was that a ghost? I don't know. Are ghosts real?
So you're saying they just come and ghost?
I have not been alive long enough to answer that question.
Well, I mean, if they have been, they've been around a while, and I have called out to them. I hate to be. I mean, are they ghosting me? I don't know.
Sorry.
But yeah, and then a little after that, some fangs have been growing in, but not a lot. But enough that it's been a little uncomfortable sometimes. It's been helpful. I mean, I guess it helps me with the getting the blood and everything there, but you know, sometimes there's like I don't have the best aim, and sometimes I get bits of shirt stuck in there.
Well, my night clients kind of help with my feeding for night accounting. But I would usually suggest not to get fabric when you puncture.
Is it like getting a paper cut if you cut through fabric while you're feeding?
Yeah, it's like a paper cut in the mouth.
Oh, that absolutely sucks.
Yeah, and I mean, it's. I sometimes have to compare it to like when I got turned because got it from a book. So.
Huh. Wait. Kind of backtracking a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you when it happened? And I would like more information for Ario because library, so many questions. Yeah. What about you, Nando? Like, was it like in your own home or was it just poof while in public?
Well, I was dancing. Oh. And suddenly, I was just kind of upside down, and then suddenly I had torn through my lip, and it was not fun. Because then there was blood, and the club owner was like, "Nando, what are you doing?" And I was like, "What the fuck? Like, what do you want from me?" And it was a wild experience because, again, as far as I knew, the curse cared about biology. And then, haha, surprise!
Oh, so you got nanded. That was the first one I could think of. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No, he was just it's at the end of a shift. I was just double checking, moving some, double checking some books. And there was this one book that I was like, I should move this. Like, it looked a little skewed. So I went to just rearrange it. And then sort of like, there was something about it that I just had to keep reading or read through it. And I guess I turned the page a little too fast. I ended up cutting myself on the page, and then I panicked because then I got paper cut, blood on the book, and I was like, uh-oh, that's a problem. And then I had to stare because the blood then went into the book, and then I got very confused because I didn't stare my hand like, yeah, no, I got a paper cut, yeah, on this book, but I don't see. So I just put it back. And I sort of just checked out for the rest of that shift. And then over time, over the next day, I was feeling a little woozy. The sun started to hurt. I wasn't sure why. It's like, oh, I thought it was just a particularly bright and sunny day. And then I came in a little woozy. I almost tripped because I saw way too many stairs all at once. And let me tell you, seeing how the stairs, I thought they were fine beforehand, going down. But then when you get to see every little bit where the stairs aren't quite so aligned, it really messes with you a little bit. Like really, I really couldn't find my footing. But then I went in and I started trying to rearrange some of the books and put some books back. And then I started to hear a voice. And then it was a really long day of seeing, like, who's there? Anyone? Hello? Okay. And then I had to call some of my colleagues, see, like, hey, was there anybody else here? Did you see anyone? No? Is it just me? I'm so confused. It's just me down here? Okay. And eventually, I found out it was the book. And then we had a conversation. And then they said I should take a look at going to Vamp Camp. They weren't sure where it was, though. But they said I should go. They didn't know if it moved over the centuries. I think that's what they said. So.
Okay, so follow me here.
Uh-huh.
Was it raining when you went out of the library?
I think it was.
Oh, okay. So I have my assumption wrong because I thought that because you can see clearly now, I thought the rain was gone. And when you said that it was a bright sunny day,
Yeah, no.
Is your vampire power puns?
Oh, was I making one?
I don't.
Is that something we have to worry about? Do we have to test this? I know we talked about the ethics of vampire testing earlier.
Is it more ethical when it's within our own community? Like if it's a community survey?
I mean, so I guess my concern was, like, obviously I gave informed consent to become a vampire because, like I said, my girlfriend and I have been talking about it for, like, more than a month, like, almost 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, but for other people, I don't know. I mean, it's such a big life change. I don't know if they'd really be able to, like, comprehend the weight of that choice that they're making, So I feel like that part would be hard if you wanted to, like, do randomized controlled trials on turning different people with, like, different anxiety levels into vampires is what I think we were talking about at the first time.
But now we're also talking about pun levels.
Yeah, if you just want to, like, send out a survey to, like, existing vampires asking them for puns, like, that seems ethical.
Well, also to see if becoming a vampire changes the amount of puns you make. And I guess maybe to take a look at that progression. So you would need to find somebody who is in the middle of turning into a vampire. See if that changes anything. Oh.
Victor!
Uh-oh.
Victor! Okay.
Ooh, I can pin myself to fix your faces, but
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh.
we're close. Give me a sec. Keep going. You're people.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's okay. In that case, because honestly, I feel very strongly about this, so I think it's punitive that we do this test.
Oh my god.
"2021, baby!"
I think did I add my mic? Or am I hot on stream? Is that what you're laughing at?
No, not on stream, but I think. Oh no, hold on.
Yep, I am. I did. Jolly good. Might be a good time that we go on break anyways. Just to help with Victor. And for stream and everyone in chat, we do have pre-roll off, which means we have to run an ad anyways. So you won't miss any puns, any groans, you know. We made it to 21. I really thought maybe you'd at least wait until hour 2, but it's fine. We'll be back. We'll be right back. Be patient. We'll run an ad. We'll see where Victor went, and we'll be back. I adore you all. Pew, 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 pew. We're back.
Okay.
Uh,
Where was we? Oh, where we transformed. Right.
mhm.
Well, I mean, the problem though is like if we wanted to ask people or see people like they're punning as they transform, I don't know how it was for you, but I mean, I was just in my house and after like my girlfriend bit me, like I was just asleep for a like whole week basically. So, I wasn't doing very many puns in that time. Like the start of my 2018 was just like so weird. I don't know how. You know, I just missed like a big week this year.
So you've only really been walking around like as yourself for a week then. Because you said 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, so yeah.
Oh.
I've only been up for like 2 weeks. Or, I mean, I was turned, I guess, 2 weeks ago. And I was asleep for a week. And now I'm up. And so I still, I mean, I told all my family that I was traveling so I'd have some time to like recover and get used to things. So I haven't even talked to them yet. This is my first like real interaction with people.
Did you ever feel weak during the week?
You know, I didn't. I'm feeling a little weak now, just like the power of all of these puns, but now, I mean, I haven't felt much stronger though, either, which is weird. I kind of thought that that would be a thing.
I feel like that might come later. Like, I've been an accountant for a while, but things are a little bit easier now.
So you
Yeah.
had everything accounted for? Okay, to be fair.
Graham, if this
to
is
be
okay, I think
Mhm.
Fernando is just gonna turn and look at Ario and then just be like, just let me borrow your shoulder for a second.
Okay.
Full on presses his face into Arya's shoulder and yells.
Just gonna look, like, almost look down and like, wow, that's really loud. No, it's okay. It's all good.
Sorry.
I didn't realize. Wow. Yeah. No. I didn't realize that sometimes. Yeah, my hearing also goes very sensitive. But it was really interesting because I could also hear all the vibrations, like individual notes and vibrations in your voice, and how it was muffled.
Oh.
Yeah, that was cool. That was interesting.
Cool.
So it's like,
Oh.
for you, you have this, I don't know, like heightened synesthesia kind of thing? Is that a thing?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it just like everything just seems sometimes a lot clearer, and I can make out details and things I see and the things I can feel and hear. And also that I can, when I tried eating food that I could taste, it didn't go well, but I could identify, but it was this weird disconnect because I could see like, well, yes, that definitely, like, I could make out all the ingredients when I was eating. It's like, yes, that's garlic, and yes, there's the turmeric and there's that. And then and that's the lemongrass. But it didn't taste right at the same time. And I couldn't actually eat it. And it hurt to eat. And it was just like I can taste all these flavors, but I can't enjoy any of them.
Hmm. So I suppose you felt disjoy.
Is that a word?
No, it's not.
Okay.
I really can't
Yeah.
stop. I'm sorry.
No.
I mean, no, it's fine. I mean, sometimes everything just feels a little disjointed.
That's fair. Okay, honestly, I don't know where the puns come from. But I have a theory. Or it's a theory. The last thing we did before the trip happened, we were doing this thing where we just had a pun off. I don't know how it happened, honestly. Like my own transformation, we just did puns, tripped, and that's my brain ever since.
So it's not improv, it's like improving your pun ability.
I feel my life elevating now every time someone makes a pun. And that's both Sari and Mitzi talking.
So the things we were doing when we were turned influence some traits that we show when we are turned.
Maybe.
I was pole dancing, so I don't know.
I have questions,
sort of
but
shrugs.
I have questions, but somehow I just want to keep them a mystery in the best way possible.
Okay.
Okay, never mind. Pole dancing.
Yeah.
Please elaborate.
I'm an accountant. Both
Okay.
day and night. Do you not know? Okay. I dance, and sometimes I meet with special clients.
Oh.
And yeah.
Oh, okay. Honestly, that's very cool.
Thank you.
Wait, so if you're doing accounting
Yes.
for day and night,
Yes.
have you had any struggle ever since adjusting to vampire life?
I have a very unique struggle in which part of my family is always going to live unless they are killed by somebody, and part of my family is always going to die. It makes it really awkward at home because you sort of see like these older, like, so I'm Latina, right? And that's already like got its whole bag with like culture, and like machismo is not dead in my family, and you think that it would die along with our bodies being undead vampires, but no. So instead I see like the guys who are gonna live forever recede into some bullshit, and then like everyone else who I connect to more, it's hard to be around them. Makes me kind of sad.
Being hold on. Being undead, I guess that's one of my concerns as well, now that you mention it. Because I honestly don't know what to do with that. It's just I never planned that far ever. But I don't know, like compared to that, mine is very mundane. Because ever since I turned into a vampire, I absolutely cannot sit still watching horror movies. especially vampire horror movies. Like, look, I too want to twinkle in sunlight. I don't feel burny in sunlight. I want to twinkle, but I can't. And like we said before, representation matters. But then again, are we allowed? I mean, not allowed. I don't know. Is there a social contract to not revealing to people about vampirism? I don't really know. I just got here. There are layers. Oh God, know. There are layers to my problem. I thought it was so shallow.
No. It is literally like 7-tier cake full of like different fillings.
You just gotta bite down on it.
Yeah.
Get through all of them.
Yeah. You've been dating a vampire for 3 months. Is it your experience that she has had to deal with hunters during those 3 months? My family has to deal with hunters.
Oh my gosh, really? That's scary. No, I mean, she like really leans into it, so I don't know. Sorry, like as far as I know, it would be totally okay. Like, I mean, I'm wearing body glitter. I absolutely have body glitter suggestions if you'd like those. Because, you know, I don't naturally glitter like this. This is chemically aided. But yeah, no, I mean, she like super leans into it. And I think that maybe because she looks so much like a vampire, like people just sort of ignore it and think that she's just like super goth or something, or maybe like really into the aesthetic. I don't know. I didn't even think about hunters. Like, I didn't realize that would be an issue we would have.
You're saying that she got the aesthetic down.
That is what I said.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, so far the only problem I've had was just like, I mean, while I was asleep for that first week after I got turned, like, I guess a bunch of like things updated. Like, I had to like re-sign into my fanfiction account, and like all the interfaces had changed, and a lot of the socials had changed too. Like, I don't even know. It's like, and there's some weird like joke about it being like 2020 and a lot of weird, or 2021 and a lot of weird things about the last year. Like, I think I missed something really big in the meme cycle or something. I don't know. I'm still sort of adjusting to everything, but yeah.
That's very valid though, because with the age of internet that we're in, keeping up, not if you just log off for a day, everything has changed. There's a new thing people are fighting about, and there's a new trend, there's a new thing, and I'm just like, can y'all come down? But yeah, that's very understandable.
Well, and you're a streamer too, right? Like, that must be even harder.
I've been on hiatus, so it hasn't been, well, it has been a long time since I last streamed, because part of my soul searching, I guess, was going to rivers, streams, and, you know, just nature things. I don't know if it's been helpful. I'm still an anxious bean.
So you left your stream to go to another stream?
Yeah, basically. Because
Okay.
I thought, like, you know, like they're what do you call them? Homophones? I don't know.
Uh,
Word with
yeah.
with different meanings. Basically that. I thought like having that kind of familiarity with the word and changing it could help clarify some things for me.
Oh, and what happened?
Nah, the water's still muddy, never crystal clear.
I think maybe you just have to keep going with the flow and see where it takes you.
Yeah. I have a problem with going with the flow. Like I said, with movies, I just can't. Like, I want to enjoy my representation, but you know, big media companies, it's all black.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could. It's dicey. I don't know if. I don't know if it's just my family because we're cursed, or if there's more hunters than I know.
Oh, that was a cliffhanger.
But like, you could just make that an online identity. People do that, right? Oh shit! Did I cut out?
It's sped up, so I caught most of that though.
Gotcha.
Was dicey a pun? Now I don't trust any of you.
I mean, to
wasn't on
relinquish
purpose.
control, I guess. To relinquish control, I guess we just have to roll the dice. I'm watching the stream right now, and I can see Jess's face.
So, so you said you knew hunters?
Well, not like in a good sense, in a sense of like, oh, I know of you, or that like sigil, or like, I don't get why people would like make their whole family hunting down people who have a curse. You know, I don't understand that. Like, get a hobby, you know? But yeah.
And you were turned like when you were out in a group of people, right? Has anyone come after you personally?
No. And I really just hope that like, just don't.
So, do you have to hide that you're... Oh, I think Victor froze.
Uh-oh.
Let me come back. At least the face.
Let me come back. Hello, welcome back.
Hello.
Sorry.
Question. It's okay. So, question: is it safe to assume that you're hiding that you're a vampire because of this whole hunter thing?
I mean, you can't hide anything in a Latino family, but
that's
like from other people. I mean, like some clients now that I trust. But yeah, I'm not advertising it.
Do you think some vampires who know gossip with humans?
Maybe. I'm kind of like a bad person to ask, because like it's a, like, my family is really weird, and like up until me, you know, like grandfather and his grandfather and like 3 more generations back, they're just kind of like really quiet now.
Okay.
Sorry, Dia dropped a really great pun in chat.
I mean,
Oh, go ahead.
I maybe that's why the vampire I was talking to before, I mean, the book, was very quiet about them being a vampire book. Maybe that's also why, if there were hunters. I'm concerned. I mean, it was an accident, but I still didn't sign up to be, no, I did not sign up for hunters.
I meant to ask you about that, actually. Like, I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but have you talked to the book about how you were turned? Because the way that you described it, it kind of sounded like it was intentional on their part.
You know, that's a good question I should ask the next time I talk to them.
So I'm just offering, do you want someone, and I'm offering myself, do you want someone to come with you to the book in case it runs away again?
That would be great, actually. Yeah, that would be great. None of my other coworkers, they know that I'm a vampire and that the book is a vampire. At least I don't think they know. Or if they do, they haven't told me and I haven't figured it out. But I'm leaning towards that they don't know. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess it's another question to ask.
Yeah. Related to that, I might need to know what the title of the book is. Though you don't have to answer now. But I do need that information.
I mean, I think that you should definitely bring a bookmark so that if it like flies away, if it can fly, you'll be able to track it.
Yeah, I guess I should do that. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah. Funny thing about the name, it keeps on changing.
Oh.
But I mean, nowadays I can sort of figure out where it is, and I get a sort of feeling. I'll figure it out. More questions to ask. They're very.
I mean, you'll be roll red at least.
Question: if a book title keeps changing, is there such a thing as a change lingo?
I mean, you said that you weren't getting any more bookish, but like maybe when you level up you'll be able to change shapes. That would be super cool.
Yeah. I mean, I also haven't really tried too much because everything I've tried hasn't ended too well. I mean, like the experiment with the food, and then I tried. I mean, like I tried some other things, like, hey, maybe turn into a bat. And I wasn't quite sure how to do that. And I thought, maybe do I need to get a bat costume? I bought a bat costume. I thought it was a bat costume, and it actually ended up being a Batman costume. And then I had to buy another bat, and then I just bought a bat kigurumi. And it didn't exactly.
Adorable.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it was really comfortable, but it didn't actually help with me turning into a bat. And then I tried putting it all up together at once, and it was, it was a little amusing, I guess, to some people. I was wearing the bat kigurumi, and then I put the Batman costume on top of it. The hoods were a little awkward, but the capes work apparently. And the utility belt was a little flashy, but it didn't help. But maybe I'm doing something wrong, or maybe I'm not developed enough as a vampire. I tried that within like the first couple of days, and then I sort of stopped.
I guess the method wasn't very up to bat.
We're talking a lot about the stuff that we're doing because we're vampires now. Have you guys been doing it? So, I am really cold now. Not very useful in my line of work. So I actually have started working out a lot more, to like sort of warm up. Like, just feel a little bit normal, or at least that's a bad word to say. I mean, like, feel alive.
Well, remember when I said like I was going to streams and rivers, sometimes a lake, but I like rivers because sometimes there's like sometimes you're assured that there's smooth stones and stuff. I walk barefoot on them. Kind of feels like a massage, actually, now that I think about it. You know, those therapeutic stone thingies. So yeah, sometimes I skip on the stones, or sometimes I'm skipping stones. Depends. It's been nice. Again, I don't have everything crystal clear, but it's been helpful just reconnecting with myself and being more introspective, which talking with everyone here has been really helpful, and I'm learning a lot from everyone, so thank you.
That you have that outlet. It sounds like being able to like interact with the stones in that way is really helping you feel grounded.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Good.
I don't know, like just doing those makes me feel very down to earth, which is what I think I needed, especially being public facing all the time for years, actually. Now that I think about it.
It really sounds like you had a bit of a rocky start there, but then it really smoothed out.
Yeah. It's been a lot, I guess, and I just like push it down, you know? So there's a lot of pressure.
Well, I mean, it sounds like, you know, with this introspective time and everything, at least you're not taking anything for granted anymore.
That is true.
I mean, it sounds like you'll have a bit of a clean slate after all of this.
You know what? A fresh start. I think that's what I'm gonna take away from this. And then, you know, maybe start with some takeout. I don't know. Because that is comforting. I don't know how environmentally friendly it is to go to nature places and bring takeout. Is that healthy? I mean, for the environment? I don't think so, right?
If you bring it all back with you when you leave?
Fair point. Okay.
Leave no trace, right?
Yeah, that is very true. What about you, Dia? What has been something that makes you feel alive?
For me, I think it's just really been about connection. And, like, to be honest, it was really hard when I woke up because, like, my girlfriend wasn't there. She had just sort of left a note, and so I haven't been able to, like, connect back with her yet. Yeah, because I guess like I was asleep for a different amount of time than she was expecting. But she like told me about Vamp Camp and told me that I'd be able to like connect with people here, and like having come here and being able to talk with you all, like it's been so great. And realizing, I mean, obviously I didn't think that connection would be a problem because my girlfriend and I still connected when she was a vampire and I was a human, but it is nice to have that, you know, confirmed that that sort of human connection can still exist.
I think Fernando is rolling up his sleeves. Like there is a visible like like Fernando's trying to control his face, but there is an anger. There is a rage burning in his chest. And he's like, yeah, that's so. Mm-hmm. You know, I bet if your girlfriend's been around for a while, I bet my grandfather might know her a bit. You should totally tell me her name later.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. Like, when we connect up again, like, we could have a whole, like, vampire connection party. That would be so great, you know, for the if we decide to do a podcast, we could talk to, like, different generations of vampires and connect them, too. Like, that would be so much fun. I love that idea, Mando.
Or, you know, if you just wanted to be chill and just connect off podcast, maybe we can do those Xbox Connect thing. Are those still a thing?
Are they?
I don't know video games.
Neither do I.
Just like, you know, dance to music that's copyrighted, so I can't really say them.
That was the worst 50th pun. I hate you so much.
So, yeah, I guess I'm just thinking a little bit about how it get the vampire book to talk on a microphone. I don't know if it's telepathic or if it's actually out making sounds, and if that would be picked up by a microphone.
Yeah, when it talks to you, does it, like, flap? Or is it all just sort of, you just hear it coming from somewhere?
Like a moving illustration?
A little bit. There's like a bit of an illustration that moves. Like it's almost these patterns of swirls and other marks, but then the sound just sort of comes from everywhere, which is why I got really confused and worried that first time around. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, you're going down into stories, like, you know, to reorganize some books when you're the only person who should be there, and then you start to hear a voice echoing around you. It's very worrying.
Honestly, very concerning, yes.
At least it didn't turn you into a narcissist with all the echoing.
Your face says pun, but I missed it. I don't understand.
Oh, echo and narcissus.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, the Greek myths.
We're going for the Greek.
Oh no.
Oh.
I think I Greeked Victor. There we go.
I laughed too hard.
So, but yeah,
I mean, like I said, I can help try to catch the book with you. And
I appreciate that.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure with technology and everything, we can find a way to translate the book.
Yeah, Do you think it's in one of the languages that is like listed on Google Translate, and I can just like we can work that way and see what it comes up?
I don't know necessarily. I don't. I'm not really good with like translation technology.
Yeah.
But as far as I know, it's not Google Translate is not the best.
Yeah, I was also sort of worried about that, because if it does register something, what it would turn into. Yeah. Although, I mean, on one hand, that would be really, sort of amusing to see what it tried to translate, but on the other hand, that would not be very helpful.
I mean, it could transcend certain levels, but it might be too late.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, when I'm not at the book, it also just, it's weird when I'm with the book and when I'm away. I mean, it's also like the book is at work, so it's this weird, like, this is sort of work time. But when I'm not there, it's like, well, what do I do? And I mean, usually I try to make myself a really nice meal with some, I can't eat it, but I can still smell it. And then I also have a glass of blood that I drink with it. And then after I cook the meal, it sort of just sits there for a bit, being sad because I can't eat it and I don't want to just waste it. So usually what I do is I go to my neighbors and I just go and ask them if they want a meal. And it was awkward the first couple of times, but I think they've started to just come around to it a little bit.
What did you say the vial was? I mean, the blood.
I drink that ahead of time.
Oh, okay. I thought you bring it with.
No, I don't. I thought about that, but then it might be a little awkward to try and describe that, unless, I mean, so I just have it like sit there sort of in silence with the meal and with the glass, and I drink it, and then I go and take the plate out and like, hey, do you want a meal?
I mean, half of us can eat, right? Sorry, you can eat?
Yeah, I can eat.
Oh.
I mean, half of us can eat. I can bring you guys maybe we could do like a little like meal together.
Yeah.
As friends, and I'll bring some blood for you guys.
Oh. Well,
You ran off to get the blood.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just be milling around. So, a meal sounds great.
Wait, is that a pun? I wasn't looking at your face.
You're suspicious of everything that Mitzi says.
Truly. I'm trying to get Bram a command in chat for later. And listen, don't mind me.
So.
No, I mean, sharing a meal together, that sounds really lovely. I guess I thought that sort of my life as a vampire would be a lot about feeding on people, but not getting to feed them. And so being able to change that, I mean, with you two, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we could start now here. I mean, sure, we have some blood supplies, and then there's maybe some food we can scrounge up, and we can do a bit of a campfire meal.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I think Fernando goes into a bag and sort of pulls out a couple of vials of blood. He's like, I was really worried that there might be somebody who was really hungry, who was really new here. So I do have blood.
That's so nice
Yeah.
of you.
I think that Dio sort of digs in their purse and says, I mean, I know that I couldn't eat, but I mean, the flyer said camp, and it doesn't feel like camp without s'mores, so I did bring some, like, marshmallows. I mean, it's something.
Like pulls out in their packs, like, and I've got crackers.
Sari just kind of like looks around and realizes that their backpack is behind them. And they say, not to be cheesy, and pulls out a block of mozzarella. We can melt this, and then enjoy it. With
Fondue.
Yeah, fondue. Because we are due for fun.
I think that trying that on an open fire is more of a fun don't, but we're immortal. We might as well
Yeah.
give it a go.
What's the worst that could happen?
I have caught on fire before.
How was it?
It wasn't fun. I'm dead. I still have nerve endings.
Oh.
I don't know if all of you have nerve endings still, but still have nerve endings, still can feel pain. Wouldn't recommend it. 0 out of 10. And Fernando starts handing out the blood that he brought.
Gonna crack open the packaging so I can start and hand over the crackers up. It's like I wasn't sure. It's like I thought. I mean, they make a really nice crackling, crunchy sound, but also, and they just hand it over.
Unlike ASMR.
Yeah, everything sort of sometimes becomes a little ASMR-ish for me.
You know what? And then Sari takes out the bag again. There's rustling sounds. They take out a Bluetooth microphone that has speakers around it. Why not enjoy with a little? I don't know if y'all are into it. We could sing around the fire and stuff.
Yeah.
Does that sound like a good idea for y'all?
I might cause Arya to go deaf if I sing, so I'll clap along.
I'm sure you'll do fine. I'm sure you'll be fine. Well,
I mean, they said that when you screamed into their shoulder, it was nice. So singing, it can't be worse than that.
yeah, it was a little loud. I think maybe just the distance, but also it was also really interesting.
Okay.
So I don't know if y'all are okay with it, out of character.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all are okay with it, but I think it's also a good place to kind of zoom out.
Mm-hmm.
And Sari, in a well-meaning way, looks at Nando as we're zooming out and starts singing "Through the Fire" by Chaka Khan.
Love that so much. Victor and Fernando don't know how that song goes, so it's a lot
through
of
the fire, through the limit to the world.
I like to think that when Sorry goes through the fire that's when Fernando through the fire.
That's lovely. All right. I just see Jess's face on stream. All right. So yeah. Any last things that Tia and Ario want to do as we're zooming out?
I think.
Oh god.
I think Ario was there handing everybody the crackers. Also, they're gonna scrounge up. They're also going to scrounge up ways that you can, hold it out to the fire without, sticking your hand with a cracker. So you're not just like that. And they're just gonna enjoy this little moment, and like with all the scents and the smells and this singing, and it's just this lovely moment of when everything like gets very detailed but not overwhelming.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. You're back.
I think we have Dia sort of singing along into their blood vial, sort of between like sips, using it as a microphone. And then also, as they're sort of singing and dancing, they like push their sunglasses up into their hair, and she just seems and feels just like entirely sort of at peace and grounded and really connected to these new friends.
Yay. So, I suppose this is where we stop for now?
Yeah.
No.
Fernando, part of something that I was like, Fernando might suggest this, but then the dinner was much more wholesome. Let's meet up. Let's meet up with all your sires. Definitely not hunt. I didn't use the word hunt. I just want to talk. Can I just talk?
Maybe that's just like in the credits. That's what Nando is saying.
Yeah, like post-credit scenes, like, wholesome, lovely little dinner, and then, hey, after this, like, can we talk with, let's do a meetup.
Just want to talk. Just look, drop a pen, please. Drop a pen, and we'll meet. Totally non-violent.
Don't please.
Okay.
I don't know whether it's wholesome or it's like, am I in tears because y'all are adorable, or am I in tears because there's so many bad puns? I can't tell.
It can be all of it. Don't limit yourself, Jess. Don't limit yourself.
Everything.
Yeah, okay. Well, that was not remotely what I expected to have produce. You brought my eyeballs out for the puns. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, why don't we go around and tell me what you're up to? How'd you feel about the game, and where can we plug you? And I'll do the chat side. Starting with Victor.
Hi, guys. I'm Victor. You watched me for 2 hours be the adult in this one. I was like, 6 months is really little. This is fine. And then it was just like 3 months. Oh, okay. 2 weeks. What? 3 weeks. Oh shit. But I definitely felt the vibe. It was very fun, and I would play with all of you again, please. I just released For the Honor expansion. You can also use the games for a lot of other things. We actually use one of my games that I wrote in a Urban Shadows campaign, and so it is, my expansion is called something, and I can't remember what it is right now. But it's up on my itch page, which I think is linked in the chat. It's called Reliance and Recreation.
I was like, do you need a hype person? We're here. I have the links.
But if you like For the Honor, which it's a fantastic game, I love playing it, and or if you just want to like add like little mini games to spice up like any games that you're playing with folks, I really recommend picking it up. It's very fun.
Firebrands is a great system to hack, because mini games, we all love those, and prompts and consensual questions. They're great. I love it. by Victor's Reliance and Recreation. H in the chat. Speaking of game designer and performer extraordinaire, Mitzi.
Now you're making me blush. Hi. So I'm Mitzi. I played the very punical character. I honestly did not plan it. I promise you I did not plan it, but it just snowballed from there. So I hope everyone enjoyed the puns. If you didn't, I'm sorry. So yeah, I also do streaming. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch, so if you want to check me out, that's in my links are in chat. And also I just released a game in last September for BIPOC Vamp Camp. It's called Inkit, and you're basically like bloody bounty hunters. I forgot what it's called. Bloody hunters who are going to take down a bounty. So that's also something. And I'm working on some stuff because I got the game design bug. So there's some of them are collaborative, some of them are I'm working on it alone. So do follow me on Twitter to get updates on what I'm working on. There's a lot, so I'm kind of like slow down. But yeah, that is me. See,
I need to know before we pass the mic along. I need to know if the name Sari is also a pun, not just the one that you just made. Sorry, not sorry, but like, what do I need to do? It? Dare I Google Translate what Sari is?
Honestly,
The pause! You gotta tell me now!
Honestly, I did not. Like, my first thought was, why am I thinking of Sari Manok? It's literally like a mythical chicken. I do not know why. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go with Sari. I'm not gonna go with Sari Manok. I'm not a chicken. And then it was like Sari Sari, because that's like like different things, like Sari Sari store. So you're selling like a bunch of stuff that are unrelated to each other. So I'm like, you know what? Double meanings again, maybe. But then the opportunity to pun came along, and I was just sitting on it. Love you, Jess.
Well. It made for a great stream. So much pain in my chest. And yeah, on that note, please, my fellow disaster queer making faces of the puns, Alyssa.
Hi, y'all. I'm Alyssa. You can find me on Twitter at @adisasterqueer, and I am also doing Monster Heart streams on Monday nights with Gana Gaming at 4:30 Pacific, which is 7:30 Eastern time. And also you can just sort of find me around Well Seasoned Stories, which is a all BIPOC podcast doing sort of tabletop anthology things.
They're very good. They're very wholesome. I just started listening to Wander Home, and you stop. Just my heart. Let me make sure to drop their Twitter in the chat as well. Last and not least, Bram.
Hi, I'm Bram. You can find me on Twitter at Defiatos, at DEFIATOS, and I occasionally stream variety games, whatever I feel like. I've been doing a lot of roguelikes recently when I have been streaming, and I am also. You can also find my stuff on my Twitter that has all my links. You can find it to my website as well at bramsu.com. I am a freelance sound designer, and I do design, tabletop RPG design stuff a little bit as well, because also last month for BIPOC Vamp Jam, I released a game called Inga Ini, which is a game where you are a group of vampires who are trying to remember a series of events, a chain of memories, if you will, which... which, well, it was also my working title for a while. It also started to get very Kingdom Hearts, at least in my wording of things. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm designing.
So, Smash Bros. Expansion of Ingot 80. When?
You know, I might just do a game. I might design a game about that. Now. Now that you think that it's my brain for, I don't know. But I here playing Ario, who ended up being a lot more confused about the situation than I had thought they were going to be. But that's fine. It's a Vamp Camp. They're okay to be. It's okay to be confused. But yeah, I think yeah, you can also find me occasionally on oh, there we go. On Vibrant Legends, either on screen for that or producing for it, and that is on the Dicey Amazon's Twitch channel. So that's also another place you can usually find me. Yes. Yeah, I think that's everything for me, unless I'm forgetting. But what are memories? What are thoughts?
Busy Beans, thank you so much. You took time out of your day to be like, yes, more vampires, I want it. And then you were wholesome and punny, and I adore it. And we have no thoughts, head empty. Correct, Sebastian. You know what? Yes, 10 out of 10. This was a great game to bring our one-shot series Game Roulette back with. If you like seeing all BIPOC people telling BIPOC stories, we're actually coming back for a charity marathon as part of the Twitch team that we are part of, Emporium. We're doing a charity relay this weekend, so I will be producing and performing this Friday here at twitch.tv/Huetopia. Part 1 of a one-shot run by Honey and Dice and everything nice. Cast will be announced tomorrow, I believe, and then part 2 of that two-shot will be this Saturday. So the very next day, you'll get to finish the story over at our other friends and partners and part of the team, Friends Who Roll Dice. And then I think we are doing another charity one-shot because somebody's birthday is this month, and they wanted to host a 90s TV show, something about Tiffany Burles. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember the full name of the game, but that happens Tuesday. So Game Roulette's gonna be next Tuesday and on Wednesday. Something Bluebird's Pride. So yeah, we're back in full force. Everybody wants to perform. We gotta produce, and I adore you all. Let's see. Looking at the list, we can go raid Intelligame, who is a wonderful friend. Wallstormer is a good bean. It looks like semi-tabletop related. He is playing a horror-infused deck building game. So why don't we go give him some spoopy puns? Everybody buy more BIPOC games like these cute vampire ones and say nice things to each other. Be safe, make choices. We'll see you soon. Bye!